Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing this morning? Hey, today's project, we're going to work on something different. We're going to work on the house. And normally I don't show you house projects that I do. I usually show you the garage or something going on in the garage. But our house is kind of boring on the front. And we knew that when we bought it. It actually only had 4 little aluminum posts on the very front when we bought it, which was ridiculous. So we built these posts and cover wrapped them and covered them, and then we put the railing in. And there's videos for some of that in the videos from a long time ago, if you go back and look. But it's still a boring front end, I think. I mean, it's just that roof line is just so long, and not much excitement happening there. So we were going to put a new sidewalk and step in when we were building the building, and I ripped it out, and then we decided we were going to do something different. So to make the roof line not so boring, we want to put a peak over the front from post to post, like a 612 pitch. And with that, I like it, the craftsman style front end, you know, just like an open whatever. So that will really update the house look. And then I want to do that in metal. I had the shingles for the roof in the basement. So I actually have a roof. I'm just waiting to put it on. It's just terrible. I've had it for well over a year. Well, when we were building the building, I bought them. I was going to do that right before we built the building, actually, so it would have been longer than that. So anyway, I marked this off the other day about where I thought it was going to be. I've had my mason out. He says we need 4 more inches off each side. So we're going to do that. We'll go 4 more inches back. And then of course, I'll do the footer, put the steel in and all that stuff. But then he'll do the block and brick for me. And then I'll call my concrete guy and have him along with me. We'll do the concrete top because I want it to be really neat. And but today's project is I got to get this brick out of here, right? So I got to figure out the 4 more inches, and then I got to find that up there, kind of mark that off, and then I'm just going to kind of jig-jag the brick pattern, knock out the rest, and then I got to cut it along the top here and just start pulling all this brick out of here. I may have to move this step out of the way. I'm not sure. But after I get that done, then I'll have to dig the footer across the front. I want to come an extra 2 feet out the front just so that it doesn't sink down, and then he can put the block on there and the brick on there. I'll get gravel, fill it in. We'll do the concrete work, the sidewalk and all that. But I got to put the drains in. I want to do underground drains for the gutters, so I need to get those in, because once I get the new roof on, then I'm going to start going around and replacing all this brown with the white, and then I'm going to get new gutters put on, with big 6-inch gutters put on. So that's a lot to throw it at you at once, but that's kind of the plan. It's been the plan for a long time, and I'm going to video it because it's just going to take up so much time, and I've got to get content out to you. But yeah, there you go. So that's kind of what we're going to do. Anyway, today I'm going to cut this brick off, start knocking the brick out, and we'll go from there. All right, let me go get tools and get started before it rains. I don't know if it's going to rain today or not, but not a bad. Oh, look, there's Tank. I don't know if you can see her that far away. All right, so I cut this line out all the way down behind the brick, so that's good. It's out of the way. And then I started chipping just to see how it's going to be, if I could just hit it with a hammer. I found that cutting it with the saw this way and then knocking them out, I think once I get started, you know, I can just use a sledgehammer and bash it out of there. But I went downstairs, got the hammer drill. I figure I'm going to try to do it as neat as I can. That's my 4 inches more marked there. I still need to move this one 4 inches more, but that's my 4 inches more marked there. I'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll just measure it. Well, we'll measure it real good from here to there, whatever, and then get our exact measurement, and then yeah, but I just want a nice clean line. We'll have to, you know, pull those 2 short halves out. We'll have to cut those out eventually, but I'm not too stressed about that right now. Anyway, so yeah, let me try a hammer drill, see if I can start hammering these out. I'm almost thinking I'm going to end up taking that railing down. I don't want to, but it's kind of almost in the way, so I don't know how we're going to keep it clean from the guys working, but whatever. We'll just keep hammering at it and see what we can figure out. Alright, the other camera had shut off, but it's been a lot of work, but we're getting it slowly but surely. I'm just basically jackhammering each piece out. The ends, you know, we'll have to get a grinder or something, grind in there and try to get those out carefully. But for now, I'm just going to bust a couple, 3 rows off or whatever, and then I'll probably leave those on the ground. I'll probably have, well, I will have to clear these straight down through the footer. So that's kind of the goal, is to get to the end, dig the footer out, cut them all, get those knocked down, so we can pour the footer in here, drill in. And problem is going to be, oh no, it won't be, because I'll clear those out for that. So I was going to say the problem's going to be for the metal, but it's not. The metal's going to be fine. I would like to put metal rods all the way down here though. So I think if we get down to this row, maybe one more, we can definitely drill in and get some metal coming out of there too. So looks like we're going to be in good shape. I'm going to keep plugging away. All right, so my sister called. They want to take pictures this afternoon, which means I need to get the grass mowed and whatever else. So we're going to stop, call it a day, which is fine. But it looks pretty good. We got the first few rows off. We are going to have to dig out and get down in here. It's a few more rows of bricks left. But yeah, it's a good start. Good clean wall there for them to go against. So we'll just keep working at it. But that's going to be it for now. All right, so I got about 45 minutes between my next project and where I have to be. And so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to try to dig this down where the block's going to go, so I can start getting that ready. I'll just dig it out probably. I'll center the pin, I suppose, on the block. It's gonna be 4 inches that way, 4 inches that way. So I'll just center it on the block and dig that out. That way I can come and get the rest of the brick all the way to the ground. So we'll do that on both sides. I don't think I'm going to cut across yet. I just want to get that down enough to get to where I can get all the brick off the block, so the block can go to the block. And then once it's there, we'll figure it out from there, where I need to put my footer and how deep and all that. But this is just to get that off there so I can get the rest of that brick out. So let me grab the excavator, which I got off the machine or off the trailer for another job, and I'll get this dug out, and then I'll be on my way to that, back to the job and get it finished up. So another helping a neighbor thing. All right, let me get busy. I'm gonna have to go to the gas station today. I'm out of diesel. I just used the last bit. Ooh. So I'm building a rock wall for a guy, and I did about 10 hours worth of work yesterday, so that's why I'm tired now of diesel. We're going back today to try to finish it off, because I just don't have time to hang out with her. right, well that didn't turn out to be too tough. I mean, because it's just a big huge rock here. So I'll clean the mud out around the rock here when we get when I get this thing cut out. But it's just massive. It's where the rock starts underneath there. They poured on top of it too, so I'll have to clean a little bit of the clay out of here down to that rock and up here to this rock. I'll just leave it on top of that because those rocks are huge around here. And then I'll start digging this way and we'll see if we can find the end of it or not. But it definitely gives you an idea where we're at. So you can kind of see my orange line there. I'm going to kind of paint it on here again just so I can follow it. But actually it looks like it's different. Oh, because that's the middle. Yeah. So this is the middle of my thing. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and cut that different. And I'm going to do a 4-foot footer this way just to keep that from falling in the ground. It's overkill, but whatever. Hopefully it stays on rock. That'd be neat, but I doubt it. So, but I'll get the tractor, get this cleaned out of here, and then I'll dig this side out. And then I'll probably have to go do that other job. So anyway, good start anyway, good start. Gives me an idea what I'm going to see on the other side though. Let's get out of here. Alright, so we're back at it today. It's a whole nother day. I've got the step taken out of here. Of course, it was already broken off. So I just took it down there around by the lake, and then I'm about ready to dig this side out. I need to do a couple measurements just to kind of see. But you can see it better today, now that it's dried up a little bit, that it's just on a huge rock. I mean, that's a massive rock there. So, you know, that's still about 2 foot a footer, maybe 1 foot there, but, you know, I'm only going 4 feet, so I think I got extra anyway. I'm going out an extra foot, just, or maybe even 2, maybe 6 feet, just so it doesn't sink on the front, right? That'll all be underground anyway. Nobody even knows there. It'll just be a bigger piece of concrete under there. Anyway, to keep it falling forward. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Alright, so this has just gotten ridiculous. It's rock after rock after rock, and I'm just tearing it up more and more and more. So I just need to measure it out, figure out what I got, and then yeah, it's gonna be a big pour, but the minimum's 3 yards anyway, so I gotta spend $1,200 on 3 yards since I'm gonna bring in a truck. I was gonna pour it with my little mud mixer, but it's getting too big. So yeah, what can you do when you hit rock? You just gotta take it with a grain of salt. You can't make a clean cut when you're just banging these big things. So I'll just keep digging around, and I'm gonna start smashing it down. I'll try to make sure I got my minimum of 24, but I think I'm almost 36 to be honest with you. So I'll clean that out and then come straight across here, and we got a big mess, but we'll get it. It'll come back around. All right, somewhere is those pipes. I should be hitting those any second, so that'll mess everything up too. All right, well, what can you do? All right, so I just got all my fill done that I need to do down there by the rock. So now I'm just going to load it into the dump truck. I'll probably have to bring my dump truck a little closer, actually. We'll see. But I'll just dig it and throw it in the back of the dump truck, so I'm not having to move it all down with the tractor. And I can get these big rocks down there later, probably with the tractor, or I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, I'll just dump it down there, and then I'll sort to it probably down there. Down my lake, I'll just make a big pile. It'll make it more efficient. I won't have this big, huge mess up here. Alright, so once again, hit a massive rock. At least it's not a boulder size, it's a nice flat shelf, but I got it out there. But of course the whole thing caved in, so there's gonna be a ton of concrete, but we'll get it. Alright, well, let me get this rock down. I guess I'll take it down separately, and then I'll come back and try to get the rest of this in the dump truck and get it out of here. So, man, it's been a long day. It keeps getting longer. Alright, so my brick guy shouldn't miss the footer here. There's plenty of footer all around. I am going to have to get my 6-inch pipe though that I'm going to use for my gutters. I'm going to have to get that run in here probably too, because it will probably run in the front part of the cement, but I'll worry about that when I get it out here. All right, well, in the meantime, I'm going to get this dumped and get the tractor in the garage and get the dump truck put away, and I'll leave the excavator there. I'm going to use it tomorrow first thing. I'm probably going to have to clean more out of here and some other stuff, but I'll probably pull that out and dump it on the, I don't know, we'll figure that out tomorrow. There you go. Let me dump this and yeah, move along. Got that dumped and got the dump truck put away for the night, and I think I'm really done with it, to be honest with you. And now I'm going to go over and I think I'm going to leave the excavator out. I'll be using that for trees tomorrow with the neighbor, so I'll probably just leave it right there. I'll get the tractor, I'll load up these couple tools, put it away, and then I'm going to get some dinner, because I, my friends, I'm starving. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I need to blow this off too, otherwise the UPS man will run to work and I'll have chips everywhere. Yeah, I already got my own from doing myself. What a mess. What a mess. right, it's early morning and I just got done cleaning out the hole. I dug in behind these footers, which by the way, were not anywhere near what they're supposed to be, in my opinion. That side's better than this side. This side's just like a shelf. I don't even know if it's 1.5 feet deep for the footer, but whatever. So I dug up underneath there. I'm well below 24 inches all the way around. I will put some gravel in here in the bottom and then smash it down. You know, the further I go out, the more rocks I hit, the more it caves in. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Throw some rocks in the bottom, stamp it down, and then it'll be ready for my concrete guy to put steel in, and then pour it, which I think he's going to do on Wednesday. So we'll see, but more to come. That's it for me today on this, though. It's getting hot, and I got other things to do. All right, so Chad brought his crew out, so they're out here now, starting to build the forms and doing the metal work. So here we go. You probably remember Chad from older videos when he took my concrete guy for my building as well. Savannah, did you get your sunglasses? Yeah. Alright, so those guys just took off. We have our form ready to go. And of course we'll throw in some metal as we go too in the morning, but there you go. The wall is formed. That's where the footer's gonna go. Alright, that's it for me today. For this project, I'm gonna go work on another project for a guy. I'm putting in a sewer line, and then I'll probably get back on the bus. So, alright, see you guys in a bit. All right, so they got it done. It's been about an hour. It's just curing up nicely. I think we're going to be in good shape. I was worried about this weather, but I think we're going to be fine. I think it's going to pass us anyway. It hadn't rained for like 10 days, which is unusual for here, but anyway, it's looking good. So we'll let it keep drying, and then I'll come out in about another hour and then blow this driveway off, clean everything up. But I don't want to blow that stuff into it right now while it's wet. So, all right, I'll get back with you in a second.